Aquarius, July 30th. I'm seeing a clean break starting to show itself, but not in a dramatic way. More like you finally stop touching the hot stove, more like you look at the pattern, name it, and step back. The Devil reversed. This card is about breaking the bond without pretending the bond was love. The Devil reversed is you catching the loop in real time. You checking the profile again, then stopping. You hearing the old pull, then not answering it. Don't lie to yourself, because the chain is not just on the outside. Part of it has been the comfort of the familiar, even when it drains you. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It has been the habit of reaching for what hurts because it feels known. This card says the detox starts when you stop calling control chemistry. You do not need to keep feeding the thing just because it knows your name. Four of Cups reversed. This card is the turn back toward life. Four of Cups reversed is you looking up from the numbness and realizing something is actually being offered now. I'm seeing a delayed reply, a text finally answered, a door you stopped watching suddenly opening again. This is not forcing excitement. This is not fake smiling your way into a new moment. It is simpler than that. You notice the opening and you choose to meet it. You were not as stuck as you thought. You were just disengaged. There is a difference. One is a prison. The other is a pause, and this card says the pause is ending. Seven of Swords, this card is about strategy, secrecy, and the quiet way people protect themselves when they do not feel safe. Seven of Swords is not always scandal. Sometimes it is the private exit plan. Sometimes is the half truth in the conversation because full honesty feels too dangerous right now. Because Seven of Swords can also show self-protection that starts to look like self-betrayal. You keep your face calm. You keep your plans hidden. You act fine while you are already plotting the way out. That can be wise. That can also become avoidance if you never say the truth out loud. So the question is not, are you being clever? The question is, are you being honest with yourself about why you are moving in silence? Put all three together and the moment is clear. Release from a toxic bond meets proof of self made stability. You are not falling apart. You are pulling your energy back. You are noticing what drains you, what opens you, and what you need to keep private until you are ready. That old attachment loses power when you stop performing for it. That new opening grows when you actually answer it. And your strategy gets cleaner when it stops hiding the truth from you. You knew this already. The only thing left is to act like it. Aquarius, July 30th. The Devil reversed. This is you pulling your hand back from the thing that kept biting you. The profile check, the little relapse, The habit that felt like chemistry but kept you small. You know the chain now. And once you name it, it loses some of its spell. Actually, no, it loses the whole spell. This is not about being dramatic. It is about cutting the loop before it cuts deeper. Stop feeding what drains you just because it is familiar. Nine of Pentacles. This is where you stand on your own 2 feet and actually see what you have built. Bills paid. Peace protected. Time not wasted on chaos. You do not need to announce your independence. You live it quietly. Cleanly, you choose quality over noise. And yes, I'm seeing that you have been handling more than people gave you credit for. You already earned this stability. Don't shrink it. Don't hand your power to somebody who only shows up when it suits them. 4 of Cups reversed. You are looking up now, not because life begged you to, because numbness got boring. Something is being offered, and you are finally in a place to notice it. Maybe it is a text you left unread. Maybe it is a conversation you almost refused. Maybe it is your own interest coming back online after months of, I don't care. Let me rephrase that. You cared, you were just shut down. This is re-entry, deliberate, not desperate, not forced, just awake enough to respond when something real is in front of you. 7 of Swords. This is the part where the truth gets quiet because you have been keeping it that way on purpose. Private plans, the exit strategy nobody knows about yet. And I get it. Sometimes discretion is smart. Sometimes you need to move in silence. But do not confuse silence with honesty if you are lying to yourself in the process. Hold on. That is the real warning here. If you are pretending you are fine while you are already plotting your escape, then at least be clear with yourself about what you are doing. No self-betrayal. No clever little excuses. Name the hidden thing before it names you. So the moment is simple. Break the bondage. Keep your money, your peace, your attention. Reopen your eyes. And if you have to move quietly, move with truth, not fear. Not avoidance. Freedom is here, but it asks for clean choices. Aquarius, July 30th. And I'm seeing the pressure point right away. The Devil reversed. You are not stuck because the bond is strong. You are stuck because the bond got familiar. That is the difference. This card says you already started pulling your hand back from the fire. You checked the profile less. You stopped feeding the loop every time it called your name. Good. Keep naming the chain. Don't call control chemistry. Don't call draining pattern love just because it has history. Nine of Pentacles. This is where your real power sits. Quiet. Paid for, built by you. You are handling your own life better than you keep admitting. Bills handled. peace protected, standards intact. But actually, no, Nine of Pentacles also warns you not to hide behind confidence. You do not need to perform, I'm fine, for anyone. You already know how to stand on your own. The work now is letting that independence be softness, not armor. Strength reversed, and here is where the wobble hits. You got tired of holding it together, so the inner voice got sharp. You started second-guessing every text, every pause, every silence. That is not weakness. That is depletion. Stop bullying yourself into being brave on empty. Rest first, then move. If you keep forcing confidence, it turns into control. And control is not courage. Four of Cups, reversed. This is the turn. You looked up. Finally, you answered the message. You noticed the opening. You realized you are not as trapped as you thought you were. This card is re-entry, not fake excitement. Not pretending everything is perfect, just willingness. A real yes after too many no's. Say yes to what is actually in front of you. Don't stay emotionally checked out just because numbness felt safer. Seven of Swords, and now we get honest about the hiding. You have been half speaking, half planning, half admitting what you want to leave behind. Seven of Swords is not here to shame you. It is here to catch the escape route. If you are quietly plotting your exit, fine, be strategic, but do not lie to yourself while you do it. Do not act unbothered while you are packing your peace away in secret. The truth needs a name. Then it needs a move. So this is this. You are loosening the attachment, but the grief is making you shaky. You are not losing your mind. You are losing the old grip. That feels messy. That feels private. That feels like wanting to disappear for a minute. Fine. Take the minute, but come back honest. Protect yourself with clarity, not silence. Choose freedom over familiarity. And do not confuse exhaustion with failure. July 30th, Aquarius. Because this is the chapter where the fog starts cracking. The Devil reversed. This card is about the chain coming loose, and the chain is not subtle anymore. You keep checking the profile. You keep circling the same draining situation because familiar feels safer than empty. Actually, no, that is not safety. That is a loop. This card says, stop calling control chemistry. Stop feeding the thing that keeps you small. Name the attachment. Name the habit, then cut the feed. Nine of Pentacles, this card is your proof that you can stand on your own feet. You paid the bills. You kept the peace. You built something real without needing anybody to hand you a life. I'm seeing quiet confidence here, not loud performance. You do not need to announce your worth. You already earned it. But do not hide behind competence either. Independence is not a wall. It is a foundation. Use it. Strength reversed. This card shows the crash after holding it together too long. You have been forcing brave face energy while running on empty. Then one small thing hits and you snap, or you second guess every message, or you read one silence like a verdict. Let me rephrase that. The problem is not that you are weak. The problem is that you are tired and trying to muscle through it. So soft. Rest before you push. Stop bullying yourself into healing. 5 of Cups. This card is the grief. Plain and simple. You keep replaying the breakup conversation. You keep staring at what went wrong. You keep telling yourself the loss is the whole story. But it is not. There are people still showing up. There is support still standing. There is a bridge still there. And say nothing remains, something remains. The pain is real, yes, but it is not the only thing in the room. 4 of Cups reversed. This card is the moment you finally look up. You answer the text. You notice the opening. You realize you are not as stuck as you thought. That matters. Because numbness has been acting like discernment, and it is not the same thing. This is re-entry, not forced excitement. Not fake enthusiasm, just a willingness to receive again. You do not have to chase every shiny thing. You just have to stop refusing life by default. 7 of Swords. This card is the secrecy, the half-truth, the quiet exit plan. And yes, sometimes strategy is smart, but not when it becomes self-betrayal. I'm seeing you pretending you are fine while you are already planning your escape. I'm seeing the little omissions. The version of the story you tell so nobody asks more questions. This card says be honest with yourself first. Protect yourself wisely, yes, but do not hide from the truth and call it intelligence. So the moment lands here, Aquarius, clarity arrives. Numbness is not healing. Secrecy is not healing. Familiar pain is not healing. You were already aware of this. The way out is simple, even if it is not easy. Break the attachment. Trust what you built. Rest before you break yourself trying to be strong. Let yourself grieve. Look up. Receive what is actually being offered. And stop sneaking around your own truth. July 30th for Aquarius. This is where the fog starts cracking. You already felt the drain. Now you see the part that kept it alive. Not love. Not fate, habit, silence. And yeah, that stings. The Devil reversed. This card is about breaking the loop. The Devil reversed shows you naming the chain instead of calling it chemistry. You stopped checking the profile, or you almost did, then caught yourself. That pause matters. It means the grip is loosening. But don't romanticize the relief. Don't replace one fix with another. Cut the compulsive move. Choose the cleaner path. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is you standing on your own 2 feet and noticing you can actually do this. Pay your own bills. Protect your peace. Keep your standards. You are not empty because you're alone. You are clear. Nine of Pentacles says the stability is real and you earned it. So stop acting like you need permission to trust yourself. Strength reversed. Strength reversed is the crash after holding it together too long. You kept the brave face on. Then one little message, one little memory, and suddenly you're second, guessing everything. Actually, no, it's not weakness. It's fatigue. It's the inner critic getting loud because you're tired. Don't bully yourself into being okay. Rest. Soften your grip. Rebuild the courage from the inside, not by forcing a performance. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is the replay, the conversation, the moment that went bad. The thing you wish you had said differently. You're staring at what spilled and missing what still stands. Somebody still checks on you. Somebody still answers. Don't erase that. Let the grief move through, but don't build a home in regret. You already knew that. The loss is real, but it is not the whole picture. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed shows the vulnerable text you typed, deleted, typed again, then deleted again. That's the block. That's the fear of being seen. You're acting unbothered, but your hands are on the phone. Your heart is not as hidden as you think. Stop making tenderness embarrassing. Say the thing cleanly or admit you are avoiding it. Mixed signals are still signals. Four of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reversed is the moment you finally look up. The text gets answered. The invite gets opened. The door you ignored is still there. I'm seeing you realize you are not as stuck as you thought. That matters. Don't force excitement. Just re-enter. One honest yes is enough. One clear response is enough. The numbness is not your personality. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the quiet exit plan, the half-truth, the smile while you already know you're leaving. Seven of Swords says be strategic, but if you're done, be done. If you're protecting your heart, name it. Don't sneak around your own truth and call it intelligence. The clarity comes when the secrecy stops. And that is the turning point. Aquarius, July 30th. I'm seeing the break happening, but it is not clean. It is not pretty. It is you finally naming what has been draining you and then still having to sit with the grief of it. You are not just leaving a pattern. You are admitting it cost you something. The Devil reversed. This card is about the chain loosening. The Devil reversed says the grip is not as strong as it was, but you still have to stop touching the wound. You still have to stop checking the profile, stop calling the pull chemistry when it feels like control, stop going back because familiar feels safer than free. Actually, no, this is not about pretending it never mattered. It mattered. That is why it is hard. But the bondage is breaking when you choose freedom over the chain you keep calling comfort. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is your proof that you can stand on your own feet. This card shows up when you have already built something real, even if you keep downplaying it. You paid your own bills. You kept your peace. You protected your schedule in the life you built in silence. You chose quality over chaos, and now you need to trust that. You know exactly what's going on. You do not need to beg for permission to be stable. Strength reversed. Strength reversed is the part where you are tired of holding it together. Strength reversed is snapping after you stayed quiet too long, rereading the message, then rereading it again, then deciding not to send anything because you are scared of how it will land. You are not weak. You are depleted, like when holding it together stopped working. There is a difference. Let me rephrase that. You do not need to bully yourself into being brave. You need to stop performing calm when your nervous system is cooked. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is the grief sitting right in front of you. You replay the conversation. You stare at what went wrong. You keep circling the loss, like if you look at it long enough, it will make sense. It might not make sense, but it does need to be felt. And the Five of Cups keeps pointing to what you are missing while you are staring at the spill. There is still support here. There is still something standing. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed is the text you drafted and deleted. Page of Cups reversed is acting unbothered while you are actually hurt. This reversal shows the feelings are there, but you are not speaking them cleanly. You are waiting for a sign instead of saying the truth. You are making the vulnerable moment smaller than it is. And that keeps you stuck. The truth does not need to be perfect. It needs to be honest. Four of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reversed is the moment you finally look up. Four of Cups reversed says you are not as trapped as you thought. You may answer the text, the same one that felt like the message you almost sent. You may take the meeting. You may say yes after saying no for months. This is re-engagement. This is a real opening, not forced excitement. Just willingness. You are letting life come back in. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the quiet exit plan. Seven of Swords is half-truthing in a conversation, smiling while you are already planning your way out, pretending you are fine because you do not want the discussion yet. I'm seeing strategy here, but it has to be honest strategy. Not self-betrayal. Not sneaking around your own truth. You can protect yourself without lying to yourself. So the moment lands here. Freedom asks for honesty, not performance. Not a brave face, not a dramatic exit, honest feeling, real support. Grounded movement. You already know what drains you. You know exactly what you keep checking. The shift now is simple, even if it is not easy. Tell the truth, accept the help. Move like you mean it, okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.